Sure didn't. Big butterfly suplex over by Jimmy Shaw when Game Boy tagged in. Here they go. Popular Electronics plotting their strategy here. Double mushroom stomps. And now look at this, getting on his back, much like a backpack mushroom stomp. Popular Electronics, they don't like to follow the rules necessarily. They do know how to get it done in the ring. Still only a 2 count. Jeff King able to hold in there, showing great perseverance. Game Boy hooks him up front in the suplex position. There's the Captain Falcon arrow. Jeff King crashing down, but he's able to kick out. They may be a little lost, thinking that they were going to get an easy win here over this team. Shawan goes down, and Jeff King with the sunset flip, he's able to pull him down. Only a 2 count thanks to the Game Boy. Jimmy Shawan with a cheap shot to Johnny Lawless. The referee spending way too much time with Johnny Lawless, allowing Popular Electronics to do a double team. Off the top like a senton back elbow and the Samoan drop by Jimmy Shawan. Still only a 2 count. Jeff King able to kick out. Game Boy tags out to Shawan. Another shot to the face of Jeff King, and Popular Electronics sets up for a double team. Looking for a back body drop, but Jeff King latches on, spikes him down with a double DDT. Both Game Boy and Shawan dropped head first into the canvas. King is looking to make a tag. The freshman Johnny Lawless encouraging his tag partner. Popular Electronics looks to regroup. King making his way to the corner. And he gets the tag. Johnny Lawless is in, he's ready to go. Takes down both Game Boy and Jimmy Shawan. Shot to the face. Lawless whips Game Boy off the ropes and connects with a high knee to the face. Shawan grab now. Irish whip by Lawless. He's taken down with a heavy clothesline. Lawless follows with a knee to the throat. Lawless goes back to Game Boy, giving him no chance to catch a breather. And Game Boy sent hard into the turnbuckles. Lawless hooks Shawan now. Lifts him up. Heavy suplex. Right down on the canvas. A tag out to Jeff King. This could be a mistake as King hasn't had much time to recover. The rocket launcher by King and Lawless. King goes for the pin. 2. Shawan kicks out. King may not have been able to put all his muster into that splash. Wait, look from behind. Game Boy's powering up. Did he just nail them with his power glove? Shawan rolls over. It's a 3 count, and Popular Electronics steals this one, advancing towards the HPW Tag Team titles.
Here are your winners and advancing towards the HPW Tag Team titles. Jimmy Shawan and Game Boy, Popular Electronics.
The referee none the wiser to these illegal tactics. Johnny Lawless giving him an earful, but nonetheless, Popular Electronics moving on towards the HPW Tag Team Gold. Time for another semi-final match in the HPW Championship Tournament. JD Elite in the black shorts, taking on Frankie The Face. Both men obtained victory in the opening round on our first episode. Now they look to use each other as stepping stones towards HPW Championship glory. Sizing each other up, and Frankie takes control first with a waist lock. Elite looking to gain his footing, and he gets hold of the wrist, wrenching the arm of Frankie. Frankie reverses and goes to work on Elite's wrist. Once you neutralize an opponent's grip, It's that much harder for them to get a victory. Wrist lock back in control by JD Elite. Has him in the side headlock, looking to maintain the advantage. Frankie fighting for control. Frankie just a technical mastermind, turning it into his advantage with a high wrist lock. Frankie advanced over the speedy Jay West in round one, while JD Elite was able to overcome Malachi. Frankie pulls JD down into a front chancery, a dangerous move that cuts off the opponent's breath, really slows them down, which would be to Frankie's advantage in this match. He's making sure to keep JD grounded. JD is quicker than Frankie, so this is a smart move on his part. Both men wanting to advance in the HPW Championship tournament. The winner will face CJ Otis next week in the finals for the HPW Championship gold. JD with a quick drop toe hold, and he goes into a front chancery of his own. Now if Frankie knows his in-ring positioning, he could try to make his way to the ropes to break the hold. Frankie indeed knows where he's at. He's able to escape the move without wasting too much energy. A clean break by JD Elite. Both men tie up again. Frankie with the power advantage, wrenching away again at the neck with a cravat, and he pulls JD down to his level. Frankie's trying to frustrate JD and hurt him in any way possible. Frankie's not adverse to wrestling a long match. He likes to drag out his match and slowly wear down his opponent before hitting him with something unexpected when they're too weak to make a comeback. JD counters out with the hammerlock, and Frankie goes right to the ropes to break it. He is, as we say, a thinking man's wrestler. Very intelligent in the ring, always knows what he's doing. So long as Frankie maintains the pace, this is his matchup. Frankie steps back inside, takes his time to mentally size up his opponent, see where JD is at physically at this stage of the match. Lock up again. JD goes behind with the hammerlock. Frankie backs him into the corner. Will we see a clean break here? Oh, no, Frankie sneaky with a back elbow. The ref saw it. Can only give a warning to Frankie. Irish whip reversed by JD. He takes Frankie over with a hip toss. Deep arm drag by JD. Grounding Frankie and hooking in the armbar. JD applying as much pressure as he can. This helps JD counter Frankie's best offense, including his face lock submission. Frankie gets back to his feet. Comes back with a knee to the stomach and a heavy forearm to the back and neck. Frankie feeling a little of the impact himself. Frankie picks up JD and nails a forearm shiver right to the face. Frankie whips JD into the opposite buckle. JD escapes up and over and once again executes a deep arm drag, sending Frankie down and locking him once again in the front chancery. JD proudly using some of Frankie's own tactics against him. JD may think that using Frankie's own style against him will throw Frankie off his game, give him that mental edge and lead to victory. We'll have to see if that's the case. Frankie goes back into the corner. The ref asks him for a clean break. But Frankie serves up JD with a big slap to the chest. Whipping to the opposite corner. JD goes high again. Frankie anticipates it and drops JD down on the top rope. That'll take the spring out of his step. Frankie with the advantage takes his time. Rolls JD over and stomps away at his shoulder. Frankie counting along with the ref, showing off and feeling in control of this match at this stage. Frankie clutches JD from the side and a big, heavy side suplex.
10 minutes remaining.
JD clutches his spine in pain, dropped right down on the mat. Frankie brings him over for the pin with a forearm across the face. Only a 2 count. Here's the instant replay. Frankie picks him up and drops JD with a devastating side suplex, sending pain up and down the spine of JD. Frankie catches a boot in the corner. JD gets his win back. Elbow to the face. Big flying forearm. This is the advantage JD needs at this point of the contest. JD with a big chop. Lays another chop to the chest, but Frankie cuts him off with another knee to the stomach. Irish whip, but JD catches him with a boot to the jaw. This is any man's match at this point. JD whips Frankie out of the corner. Reversal. JD goes aerial with a back elbow. Only a 2 count as Frankie was able to kick out. JD may not have had the proper lateral press on the pinfall attempt. JD back on his feet, comes off the ropes. Frankie catches him with a European uppercut right to the jaw. JD may be hurt. Frankie clutches him, picks him up for the suplex. Look at that, the twist. Frankie pulls him down with a devastating brainbuster, hooks the leg, it's a 3 count. Frankie the Face wins the match and advances in the tournament. Frankie the Face has advanced to the finals. He'll take on CJ Otis next week for HPW Championship glory. The gold on the line next week. And just want to get one more interview before we finish up the show here. Josh Abercrombie, your match against Jayson Quick tonight ruined by the interference from Orlando Clone and Jack Thriller. What do you plan to do about it?
What do I plan to do? Mike, talk to whoever you have to talk to, the committee, whoever you need to talk to. Because next week, I want a one-on-one match with Orlando Cologne. And believe me, Orlando, next week, I'll be looking forward to it.
Feud not over here in HPW.